Today, we're talking about one topic that has been key in all five of us creating our success and can also profoundly impact your personal and professional growth. Surrounding yourself with people who are smarter and more successful than you are. And in case we're meeting for the first time, my name is Brandy Shaver.
And my name is Carrie Hyam.
And we are two of the five beaches here at Beach Boss Influencers. And we teach network marketers like you how to grow a profitable network marketing business in less time using social media, automation, and influence marketing. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss anything because we share tips and tricks, strategies, tactics, all the great stuff for you to build your business. And make sure you share your takeaways and share this with your audience because our goal is to elevate the industry as a whole. So it might sound intimidating at first, but this approach is far from a threat. It's a strategic blessing. And we'll explore why this is crucial for your development and how to make the most of these relationships and the transformative effects they can have on your journey. So let's get started.
Yes. So I want to quickly start us off by kind of talking about the benefits of surrounding yourself with success. So when it comes to in being inspired and being motivated, being around people who have achieved success much bigger than yours, it's going to inspire and it's going to motivate you because their achievements can serve as a tangible example of what's possible and push you to elevate your own goals and standards. We were involved in a mentorship community. We actually invested a crap ton of money to be there last year. And one of the biggest things was just opening our minds to the possibility, right? Like what's possible. And what's interesting is in this mentorship opportunity, when you're just in mentorship in general, when your brain opens to what's possible, it's suddenly your baseline of increases just simply by being around those other people. And then not only that, but you're going to be learning and growing from people that are better than you, right? Like successful individuals often have knowledge and experiences. They can help you overcome roadblocks and avoid pitfalls that they fell into. And by engaging with them, you gain access to those insights, those strategies, and those skill sets that are only going to accelerate your own growth. And then it also helps you overcome insecurity, which is a big thing. That mentorship opportunity, when we first walked in there, I remember that very first event, I felt so small, right? I felt like I was I was a fish in this room of whales and giants, right? That had accomplished so much more than we had. And so it's kind of natural to feel that way, especially when you're starting anything new or when you're surrounding yourself with people that seem ahead of you. However, it was a blessing, right? And it wasn't a threat at all. And what it actually did is it shifted my mindset from fear to opportunity. Just being there at that very first event, it was oh my gosh, these people are real. They're going through the same challenges that I'm going through right now. And I was able to learn from their experiences. We all were. And so success often comes with valuable lessons. And by associating with successful individuals, you actually have the opportunity to learn from their experiences and avoid their common pitfalls.
Yeah.
So, and just like I said, a real life story was us in that space. And over the year, we transformed leaps and bounds simply because we were in a room of people that were way more ahead in the business game than we were.
I think that's the best part, right? Is really understanding that it's almost like they can see into your future because they're ahead of you. And it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really matter what business they're in, as far as whether it's the same as yours or not. But it's incredible to be around people that are ahead of you in the game. So, building genuine connections. This part is super important because authenticity matters. I know we preach this from the root, we're always screaming it from the rooftops to everyone. Authenticity matters. You want to approach these relationships with authenticity. Genuine curiosity and willingness to learn are more effective than simply seeking connections for personal gain. I do notice when we're in a room of these kind of people. I mean, these kind of people are making, multi-millions of dollars. Like
Mm-hmm.
monthly. Like that's
Yes.
what they're doing, right? I mean, I don't want to make any income claims, but that like literally that's what they're doing. And so for you to, and what I've noticed in some of these rooms is we've got people with egos, okay, that want to just like
Mhm.
puff up their chest and be all ego-ish, right? And you've met people like that. And then there's the people that
Mhm.
are servant leaders. They're asking you about your business. They are, trying to find solutions when you're having a conversation, those kind of things. And so it's important for you to have a value exchange. You want to ensure that the relationship is mutually beneficial. Now, if you're in a room with like all egos, which is not my favorite, I'm more of the servant leader type. That's the type I like. It's really hard because they fight for the attention in the room, right? And so offering value in return, whether through support, fresh perspective, or assistance with their goals, anything that you can bring to the table. And it might be simple, it might be a small thing that you can offer, but I love to surround myself with those servant leaders. And those are the kind of people you want to do the value exchange with. Okay. And then here's some strategies for engaging with successful individuals. Ask a thoughtful question, right? Engage in meaningful conversations by asking insightful questions. This shows your interest and helps you gain deeper insight into their experience and strategies. You just be authentic and say where you are. And really, Carrie and I actually noticed this about the last mentorship event we were at.
Mhm.
The first couple were kind of like impressed the leader of this mentorship group. And then this last one, everyone came vulnerable and authentic. And it was
Mhm.
like such an eye opening experience because even the ones that are making millions of dollars a month still have issues in their business that you would have never even thought about, right? So if you
Yep.
come into that relationship with those people, just be curious and see where you can serve them. And then don't hesitate to ask for mentorship or guidance. Most successful people appreciate the opportunity to share their knowledge and help others grow. That's something I love. When someone like I had a guy
Yep.
putting Christmas lights on my house and he's trying to start a business. And my husband mentioned to him about what we do. And I think it might have been in network marketing. Anyway, it was similar to network marketing, right? And so my husband was like, "Well, you are welcome to, call Brandy and talk to her about it." And so he came and in to the house, and we were just talking, and he asked all kinds of questions. And you know what? It was refreshing to be able to share my knowledge and ask him questions and find where he was struggling and be able like he's my people, right? Because he's
Mhm.
on that growth path and I love to be around people that are on that growth path. So don't hesitate to ask for mentorship or guidance. Sometimes that's going to come with a cost, sometimes it's not. It just depends on the person. Be a good listener. So, listening actively and tentatively is crucial. It demonstrates respect and allows you to absorb valuable information. And I did notice this as well, that leader of that mastermind with the millions of dollars that's coming through those businesses every month. I did happen to say something, as a comment. And of course, he's made way more money than I've ever thought of making. Like his company is like, I don't even know, 20 times ours at this point,
Yeah.
maybe. And I said something and he says, "Wait, what did you say?" And so I repeated it and he's like, "Wow, I never thought of it that way." And like I was like, "Whoa." Like kind of like taken aback, right? Like I didn't think I had anything to share that was going to help him, but obviously it did cuz he asked the question, right? And it was all about actually like saying it like it is instead of vanilling everything. Obviously, you have to vanilla stuff for the ABCs, which we've talked about in other episodes.
Yeah.
Vanilling yourself on social media is a way for you not to stand out. So,
Yep.
like being more controversial and saying the things you want to say is how you're going to, get more eyeballs and people to know, like, and trust you because they understand you're a real person. You're not just out here spewing the vanilla stuff that everyone else is doing, right? So,
Yep.
after that, you want to attend events and conferences. So, participate in events where successful individuals gather. Listen, this journey of entrepreneurship, whether it's network marketing, coaching, your own business, whatever, brick and mortar, it's lonely. Did you guys know that we're like the crazy ones? Like,
Yeah.
it explains everything in my life, right? Like, I'm
Another
like,
kind of crazy.
"Yeah, like, we're crazy." Like, there's most people that like, my mom, she was like, "Man, I saw that you guys won the Inc. 5000. That's really cool." And then she's like, "But I still don't know what you do." Because we're crazy, right? So we do crazy stuff, and there are people like us out there, and when you join together, you become a force for good, and we can make that ripple effect because you're joining hands, and you might meet your next business partner at a networking event or a conference, whatever. And it doesn't just have to be your company. Go to other stuff. Open your brain about what's out there, right? It's crazy. But networking at industry events, seminars, conferences, it provides opportunities to build relationships. And guess what? Your relationships is how you get paid. Okay. That's the bottom
Yeah.
line in network marketing. And then join professional groups, engage in professional organizations, online communities related to your field. Your city might have a business development courses that they do for people that live in the city. I know ours does, right? Like, get involved. Like, this is a way for you to grow your audience, your leadership, your skills. Like, it's so incredible. Just mentorship is where it's at. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox.
Yes.
Sorry.
I love it. Well, and as you're sitting here and you're listening to Brandy talk, you might have like maybe some of your own fears or like you maybe some challenges that you're overcoming, and when it comes to like embracing this growth. And I got to yell at my dog, Loki, stop it.
We can't
My
hear
dog
him.
across the street barks, so now he's barking. So let's address some of that. You might have fear of judgment, right? Like you might be worried about being judged when you enter this room of people or feeling inadequate like we did. I mean, we didn't necessarily have a fear of judgment, but we definitely felt inadequate when we first entered that room. But remember that most successful people, they're focused on sharing their knowledge and experiences rather than judging others. And not only that, but usually when you're feeling inadequate, it's your imposter syndrome, right? You're like you feel like, oh, who am I to be in this room with these people who have done so much more than me? When really you've done incredible things to even like for you to even be at that space where you're like, you know what? I want to enter this room. I want to grow. Like just by having the desire for it sets you apart from 99% of people that are out there, And so when you experience that imposter syndrome that comes around, say, you know what, thanks, right? Because that's your ego that's getting in the way, by the way. Um, and say, you know what, I'm going to walk in the room anyways, and I'm going to see what I can learn and how I can grow. And you'll find that the majority of people that are in that room are actually so excited to talk to you, so excited to help you. And just recognize that everyone starts somewhere and that you are on your own unique growth journey and you do have value to share regardless of how much money you've made, regardless of how far along you are in your business, regardless of any of that. So, also embrace that growth mindset. We talked about the growth mindset earlier, but embracing that mindset that values growth and learning over perfection, you'll end up viewing challenges and discomfort as opportunities for development. And then remember to celebrate your own progress by acknowledging and celebrating your progress no matter how small. Surrounding yourself with successful people is a huge part of a larger journey towards achieving your own goals. And you know what? Create a supportive environment for yourself, right? Like positive influence is really like what fuels these environments for growth. So ensure that the environment that you're in is supportive and encourages your growth. And if it doesn't, put some things in place, some barriers so that you continue to grow and develop, right? Because no one likes the negative Nancy coming around. Sorry if your name's Nancy, negative Nancy coming in. And, like you come home and you're super excited. And then all of a sudden, you're not, you got her like giving you I don't even know what that is in wrestling, a hammer throw, an elbow, right? So, ensure that you are surrounding yourself with people that are encouraging and supportive. And here at Beach Boss, that's one of the things that I love about the culture that we've created is it doesn't matter what company you're in, how long you've been around, we've got a place for you, right? And you're
Mhm.
going to be able to surround yourself with and people who uplift and will challenge you to be your best self.
Absolutely. So, some practical steps to implement surrounding yourself with, these kind of people is number one, list potential mentors. You can, list them out, and you've got to make sure that you align with them, right? Like, not all the way, like agree with everything they say, but make sure that they align with you. Identify those individuals that you admire and respect in your field, and you can reach out to them on social media, professional networks, or mutual connections. And don't be a stalker, right? Like a weirdo, but you can start to build that relationship with them and then engage meaningfully. Like start conversations, attend the events where they're present, and engage with their content and build that relationship gradually and with sincerity. Some of the mentors that we hang out with, we've paid to mentor us. Some of them, they don't even know our name, for instance, like Ed Milet. I love to listen to Ed Milet once in a while, but he doesn't know my name. I haven't reached out to him, but I take in his content daily because I align with a lot of the things that he says, right? Jocko, I love listening to Jocko. I love what's her name? Carrie Marie Forleo, right? Like some of those people. You don't necessarily have to pay somebody to be your mentor. Although I will say, if you do and you're in one of their programs, you're going to get a lot more growth,
10 times more out of
10
it.
times
Yes.
X growth, because they're going to push you and they're going to know who you are. And they are, willing to deliver the goods because you're paying for their time. So anyway, those are a couple of ways to do it. But develop a personal growth plan, set goals. So we talked about this before, define clear goals for what you want to achieve through these relationships. Do you want to just be mentored on your own time? Focus on areas where you seek growth or improvement. Are you willing to like invest and go head first all the way in, which is what we did last year, right? Actively seek feedback and advice from those that you admire. Use their insights to refine your approach and strategies. And I always, when I, have an opportunity to speak with one of my mentors, or, I will strike up a conversation, find out what's going on for them. And then always one of those mentors or leaders in my life will ask me, how's things going for you? And of course, I share the good first. And then I, maybe share one thing that's not working, and do you have any ideas? Have you encountered this before in your business? Or is there something I'm not seeing? In fact, I just said this to one of our other co-owners in the group, because I couldn't
Mhm.
figure out a certain thing, and I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. Is there something I'm missing? Right? So I put my ego away, and I ask a genuine question without the judgment, or what's the other word? Without the judgment, or without, like, I use that
The
diplomacy
certainty.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, like
certainty.
without
Certainty, that's
certainty.
the word I'm looking for.
Mhm.
So without judgment and certainty, I'm asking, um, you know, on a way where I am willing to receive feedback no matter what that is, and they know it's not going to hurt my feelings because of the way that I ask it, right? Like, am I missing something? Like, I don't is my ego in the way? Like, I've said that before too, and I know Carrie and I have, talked to each other. Or sometimes I'm like, Carrie, is my ego in the way? And she said the same thing, right? Because sometimes we're just like oblivious to what we don't know. And so it's important for you to seek that feedback. And then if you'd like to learn how to have this growth mindset to implement some of this stuff to really understand your business and get mentors, of course, if you want to hang out with us more, right, because we're super cool, of course we are, then you're going to want to grab the social recruiting secrets. The link is going to be in the comments or somewhere of this video. And then don't forget to join our free online community, because we have 30,000 plus network marketers just like you that discover the secrets to grow their businesses using social media and automation every day. And we share so much value. Our goal is to literally raise the industry and help network marketers get to where they want to go. And you can find that description below. So we appreciate you being here, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See ya.